in the corner view and go to gallery. Yeah. And we're not on mute.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Sorry, having some technical difficulties this morning, everybody. Good morning.
good morning.
Sorry, still trying to fix this here. Everything went haywire on me right before, as usual. Thank you for everyone who's here. Everybody okay? How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Yes?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Good. Sorry, I'm trying a different microphone and I'm using my backup kind of rig right now. Jim should be joining us in a few minutes. We got logged out of the Zoom this morning, and so the password went haywire. I tried to get in, and it sends him one-time passcodes to Jim, so we had to go on the phone, and now I'm on, and he's not on, so it's kind of backwards. So sorry about that. I'm definitely no Zoom expert. I'm learning. So let's see here today. I see John's here. John, did you have a chance to do the Treasury report stuff?
Yeah, I can verbally tell you what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, let's start there. Let's start there while people start kind of coming on more, because I want to do the other stuff. I want to try to get as many people as possible to hear. Please.
Yeah, I mean, our savings is stable. It hasn't changed, around $35,000 in savings. And as far as our checking account, we started the year with about $7,600, and now we have over $12,000 in our checking account. Largely due to our work with the tree and plant sales. Those are our biggest contributor to the increase in income this year. We had about $2,600 in expenses for the year, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. We've done really well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
John, quick question. Did you ever get that check deposited?
I did, yeah. I haven't deposited, but I have with me. Yep.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to get up there. I've been so busy.
Well, you can't do it online?
Well, you know what? I still have some cash I got to deposit too, so
Okay.
that's why I'm waiting.
Okay.
I could do it
Well,
online.
I just wondered because I noticed it hadn't come
You
out
do?
of my account yet.
Yeah.
I've been flush. I've been flush with funds, but okay, good.
Yeah, no.
You
Thanks.
got it. That was the
Doesn't-
main. That was the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even know, honestly. Yeah, it just, I guess it's that bats of the fruit thing. So.
John, can you email me a copy of that report
I
so
would
that I
probably
can
try to
include
join
it with
through
the
your
minutes
personal Zoom.
whenever I
Just
send
be
out the
able to
minutes
get
later?
the guest.
Sure.
I have it recording.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll look into the waiting room and try to get you right now. Sorry about that. Thank you, sir. Bye. Sorry, guys, that was Jim trying to get in. Let me help. There's gonna be a bunch more people joining right now. Here we go. So, all right, we got a whole crew coming in. Sorry, guys, bear with me on this. I'm not too good at Zoom. So, okay, everyone's coming in. Has anyone tried those Lucy Glow or Lucy Rose red fleshed apples in the grocery stores by chance? Just came out. They were really good. I was shocked. Honey Crisp crossed with Airly's Red Flesh. There are some pretty cool commercial apples if you guys see at the store right now.
All right.
Just a side little note. I don't normally get excited about commercial fruit, but these are quite tasty. My kids love them, but they're expensive, but pretty worth it. So I see Pat's talking. You're on mute though, Pat. Can't hear you. Okay, so we got the Treasury report done, guys. For those that just joined, we're sitting at around $35,000, and our expenses is at $2,600 for the year. We didn't do too much this year with that. I'd like to hopefully get some scholarships out next year and stuff like that. We have some money sitting on. So moving forward, if everyone can hear me again. Let me know if you can't. So I think we have enough people to probably do like a call to order here for everybody. And let's see. So the main things today is talking about sign exchange, and possibly if we can get into some of the chapter leadership roles for 2023. Let's start with sign exchange, if we could, please. So venue should still be secure. I did see an email come in from the venue. I don't know if that was confirmed with anyone else or not.
Yeah, we have the venue reserved for I think it's Saturday, February 25th.
Yeah. They had wrote me an email. I think maybe me and you just kind of checking in. I don't know if you'd seen that or responded to that. I can respond if you hadn't.
I don't think I've seen it. Do
It
you
was
know
just
that?
like, hey guys, hope you're doing well. You still set for, February 25th, kind of an email, just a kind of a confirmation email. So
I'll give him a call.
okay, no problem. David, have you had any opportunity to look into rootstocks for the event?
Yeah, yes, of course.
Awesome.
Yeah. I can go over that now. I can do that when I do my bio manager's report.
Okay. Let's save it for just a minute then.
Okay.
So biggest thing, I think, we have the venue, we got David's obviously got rootstock starting, which is, a big part of it. The biggest thing is just deciding, or not just deciding, but collecting volunteers. We're going to have a lot of setup, breakdown, running the doors, the monies with, the joining the new members and whatnot as well. And of course, promotion and publicity need to all occur for this event to be a success. We have plenty of money to cover the event, obviously, even if we didn't bring any money in, but hopefully it pays for itself or even, gains more money. So that's kind of one of those spots there. I suppose, we do have pretty good amount of time, right? We have almost 2.5 months about. So good amount of lead time. I like that it's later this year. I think it's gonna be better for everybody as far as grafting and things like that. I know my first year I went the next day and grafted, and they sat there for 3 months on the branch, and most of my grafts didn't take because I didn't know what I was doing. So that should probably be better because a lot of newer grafters, I think they'll benefit from that being later, as well as we'll probably have more rootstocks that much later too, so because my rootstocks, usually my personal orders never come in until March or April often. So that is good stuff. Is everybody going to be able to make it to the sign exchange this year?
Yep.
Next year, I should say.
Well, hopefully we can.
Yeah,
Could I interject a little stuff right here,
please.
Ryan? Okay. You've covered all the things for the sign exchange itself, but what about signs? We don't know if we're going to be getting signs from South this year. So I think we should reach out to everyone to try to make sure that we have actual signs. Now, Phil always comes up with a lot of signs from his place. I usually try to get some from my place. But I've reached out to Ted Richardson, who arguably is the best grower in our group, to see if we can get signs from his place. And he says, absolutely, if you'll do it my way. And his way is, well, he didn't say it that way, but this is what his way is. He will prune, and someone will be there, 2 people will be there to bag and label what he's pruning. I don't know how many days this will take, but we need volunteers to go out to Occidental, to his place, and get signs. Rachel could probably get signs up at Sean Farm, right, Rachel?
Yeah, Schoen Farm is a go, and they have a fantastic fig collection now too. So we'll be able to get a lot of apples and figs from them, but they're going to be very light on anything prunus.
Yes. Well, I hate to cut my prunus early because of bacterial canker, but for those of you who live in areas of the counties that don't have as much canker as we do in West County, it might be good to go ahead and cut some prunus from your place. I don't know. I have not communicated with the people in the Santa Clara chapter that usually hosts the sign cutting party that we usually have the first weekend in January. that has been something that's always happened until COVID. And it was always a great event. Several of us would go down every January and help cut and bag signs. We don't know whether this will happen this year or not. Does anybody communicated with Santa Clara? Sharon, are you still here? I saw Sharon Zoe for a while.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
Oh, there you are. Have
okay.
you talked to anybody down there?
What communication I have gotten is through the Monterey Bay chapter board. So Carol Gosher's announcement so far is that, so at least I know that Monterey Bay chapter is planning to participate in Scion sharing with other chapters. I think Marta initiated something like that. Santa Clara Valley, as far as I know, since Carl Gross retired from the SAR of Scion job in 2020, really nobody has, as far as I know, I'm a member of the chapter, but I'm not on the board. So we don't know that. We haven't heard that anybody stepped up to take on that huge job. So we don't know what we're going to get from them. So Monterey Bay chapter is planning, they are a good source of apple scions from Freddie Mange, along with other professional growers. We'll probably be able to get some stone fruit, some collection of stone fruit. I haven't heard if anybody is going to be harvesting scions from Andy Mariani, and that traditionally had been a big contribution to the scion cutting party. So that's about what I know.
Yeah, well, we need to reach out to Santa Clara. John Valenzuela, who is a member of our chapter and is not here today, and some other people went down and collected from Andy's place last year, and some of the signs that we did have at our outdoor sign exchange last year came from that source. I don't know whether they're planning to do it, but they may want some volunteers from our group for it. The problem with prunus, as you know, is it doesn't last as well as apples and signs. So we need to get it in the reefer early, so it will still be good at late February. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to reach out to our group for volunteers who will work with Ted Richardson. Rebecca, you live out that way. Would you be willing to do that maybe?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. He usually prunes over like multiple weeks. He does like small amounts at a time, but I'd be happy to help.
So maybe we'd get several volunteers that would help.
Yeah, I can go out there, David. I don't live that far away, and I know his place well.
Yes, right across from your property, right?
Across the place, across the street, right?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to go out. I hadn't seen Ted's place in several years. I'd like to go out and help him, too. So he's such a great grower. Gosh, he grows the most fantastic fruit. If you
Rebecca, if you can maybe get some dates that Ted has available for pruning and then send it out to the group, we can sign up.
Yeah, I'll get with Ted and we'll set up a schedule. Of course, our rain and this sort of thing will change things, but yeah, I'll get with him soon because that'll be a great source. And Phil, we'll probably need to get your place to do some sign cutting, and we need to get to my place to do some sign cutting. So
yeah, I'll set up the time.
Yeah, we'll have to schedule all this. Should be done all in I would say January, right?
Right.
Yep.
Early January is a good time to do all this. So
David, I'm happy to help wherever. If I'm around, I'll do it, if I'm available. I'm happy to.
Good.
Yep.
Well, we just need everybody. I'll put it out to the group, and we'll maybe get some other people too. Yeah. Okay. So that's. I think Phil always does such a great job getting the sign exchange going, all his volunteers and everything, and I'm not worried about that part of it. I'm worried about what we have available for people to come. We've always gotten our signs brought in from the other chapters as the other chapter sign exchanges happen. since we're going to be the outliers this year and have it really late, I'll go up to Sacramento if they do it on the same schedule they've done it in the past. I'll go or have somebody go up to Sacramento and bring all the signs that they have. And Ted has a cooler, and he said he's going to keep his cooler open until March, so we can probably put the signs in Ted's cooler also. So that'd be good. All right, that's what I have on signs.
I could volunteer to get the leftover signs from Monterey Bay chapter if if they're willing to give our chapter all that they have left, but I just don't have any place to store it. I need to hand them off to somebody.
Yeah, well, in the past, it's always come from one chapter to the next, and I guess
Yes.
Monterey went to Santa Clara went to Golden
Yes.
Gate, Golden Gate went to Sacramento, Sacramento came to us, and then everything was left over to us. We sent on up to the Mendocino Sign Exchange, which is not going to happen this year.
Mm.
Okay. At least that's the last I heard. Mark Albert said that they're not going to ever have it again, probably, which is a sad thing. I always love to go there. Okay.
Someone had asked in our chat about Tim Bates as being an option for Scions.
Tim, I'm sure, he's got so much stuff, and he's willing to sell signs. I mean, he's a commercial grower, and this would be a source of income from him. And so I'm sure that Tim would be very happy to share with us in some form. He has in the past given us some signs. I actually, I've worked with Tim. I order rootstocks for him every year and so forth. And so I can get with him and see what he has, what he can offer us.
Well, I turned off the audio.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'll check with Tim to see what's going on.
Yeah, David, is Tim up in Mendocino County?
He's in Philo. Yes.
Yeah, he is. Okay, he's up
He's
there.
in Philo. I've
Do
never
we have-
been to his place, but I'd love to go.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Is there any other resources up there we might be able to use if they're not going to have an exchange, or is that not worth going up there for that?
I don't know. I can talk, Patrick Schaefer is a fantastic grower, and, is a source for feijoa graphs and all sorts of things. But I don't know what he has in the way of stuff to share. But, if their group is working, they have people that come in from the sticks with all sorts of stuff, And then Tim does always share a bunch of beautiful wood with that group up there. So maybe we can get him to do the same thing with us. And if someone can go there and pick it up and bring
I
it
can
here.
go there. I can go there if to Tim Bates.
All right. So anyway, we can work all that out. I can check with Tim and we can see what we do. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I think if we reach out to everybody, we're probably going to find hopefully ample amount of scion wood material collectively. I have a lot of stuff up at my farm, but it's way up north. I don't know if I'm going to go up there beforehand or not, but if I do, I'll bring some really cool stuff for apples.
One year we had
It's working now.
I don't know, probably some of you old timers remember one year we had a sign exchange and we had hardly
I don't know
anything.
if it will when I turn
The person who was supposed to
sound
bring
back
the
on,
stuff from
but it
Sacramento
didn't.
to
It's working
us
now.
didn't do it.
Ah.
He didn't bring it, and we didn't have hardly anything.
Mine off of video. Okay, so I need to go.
Somebody's talking, shouldn't be talking.
Well, yeah, hopefully we have a lot of time, so I think we're going to be good. I almost wonder if Sonoma State even is an option for scion wood. They have a lot of interesting fruits growing there too. Never really looked into it, but just an idea.
That's a really good idea, and I can reach out to them. I know they have some really cool mulberries and some fun loquats and stuff.
Yeah, I went there. I used to eat, like, I used to forage around the property. You know, the mulberries are really good. They have those Persian mulberries, are just the best, and a lot of other cool stuff too.
Yeah, I'll reach out to some folks about that. That's a good
That'd be
idea.
cool. I graduated like 20 years ago, so I don't really know anyone involved anymore, but I just remember that being a cool kind of resource potentially too. Awesome. Okay, well, let's plan to reach out to people for volunteers in general for the event, and as well as collecting scionwood, helping pruning, and and if anyone, we're gonna need, if we want to do a raffle again, we're gonna need some people involved with that too. There's a lot of potential there. Good stuff. We have ample time. I think we should definitely plan another meeting beforehand, maybe in about a month or so from now, so we get another month lead before then and now would be great. Is there any other I guess maybe Dave, this would probably be a good time for David to do his bio manager
Jump in, Dad.
update with the rootstocks.
I already have people contacting me for tables, vendors at the Scion Exchange.
Yes, vendors too. Have we historically kind of just let them do their thing, or have we charged them money? I'm not so familiar.
No, we give them the tables, and they just come in. We don't charge them anything.
Okay, yeah, it's nice that
haven't in the past.
Historically, we've asked them to give us a small donation for the raffle.
Okay.
Whether it's a book or a plant or whatnot. So
if we're having a raffle.
Okay. Yeah.
I wanted to mention quickly with that too. Fred Fry from Vintage Tree Care is interested in doing the pruning demonstration if we don't have somebody else already lined up.
He's booked. Let's do it. I think if anyone wants to volunteer, let's get everyone in the saddle for, as they come. There's a lot of jobs for this to run smoothly. Great. Okay, so that's good. I'm really glad we have a little extra time this year on it. Actually, I think it's just gonna be better overall, being a little later personally. So, okay, so David, if you would you update us on where you're at with?
Can you share my screen?
Let's see.
If you can, I can put my report up on there, so I won't forget anything.
I'm not sure if
stop sharing so he can share.
Does
Kill yours.
Does David need to share, or do I do it on my side?
Leave meeting.
You need to give me permission to share.
Permission to share? Okay.
But I'll stick my thing and see if it happens.
Okay, let me try that. That might work.
Let me see if I can find the window to share.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had it all ready to go, but I don't see it now.
Thank you.
You need to make him a co-host, and then he can share.
Okay. I got multiple participants can share simultaneous. Who can share all participants? Who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? Only host. It's not letting me do that.
It doesn't. Well, let me see. What I'll do then, I will just go into my computer and do my notes. So I will post this report to the group later and to you, Rachel. But
yeah, if you send it to me, I'll include it in with the minute.
Okay, let me just go on my thing and see what we can do here. I don't know why I thought I had this just right up where I wanted it, but I don't have it. Can you still hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I did a little bit this year. In 2001, I ordered rootstocks for 2002. We ordered 636 rootstocks, and that was 300 apples and 95 pears, 45 plums, and 36 peaches. And then we had our graphic event here, where we did 75 apples, 45 pears, and we did a bunch of prunus, plums, pluots, and apricots, but we had 16 graft failures on those, and so only 13 trees. And then Bob Carville and I budded 36 of the small peach rootstocks and had fair results. They were tiny rootstocks this year. And so Bob's been growing those, and those should be available for sale in 2023. So for 2023, I planted seeds of Pyrus Caloriana in 2021 and grew those for a year. And then Carol and Pat Flaherty got those and grew them this year. And Carol, are they doing okay?
Oh, they're giant. They're really big.
Okay, great. How many do we have?
There are about 45 to 50 of them.
Okay. What size do you think they are? 3/8 maybe? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
3/4 of an inch?
3/4 of an inch.
Oh my gosh. Oh
They're
gosh.
really big.
They were kind of 1/8 to 3/16 inch when you planted them last spring, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyway, those will be available for the sign exchange this year. Interestingly, well, I'll get to this later. Also, Bob McCarville, Mike Tyke, and I planted Love and Neighborguard peach seed last spring and had very varying results. Mike's got all eaten by something, I think. I planted 50 each of Nima Red and Lovell, and only 2 Lovell germinated, and 48 of the Nima Red germinated. So I have some nice Nima Reds, and Bob has some Lovells that germinated as well as some Nima Reds. So we'll have some of those for the sign exchange, and some of those will be graftable size. Also, in August, I placed our orders for the wholesale with the wholesale nursery people. And since we're doing this late in February, we should be able to get most everything in on time, which we have not been able to do in the past. So we'll have Bud 9, Geneva 969, and Emma 111 apples, Amaro 29C plums. Then my Roebland seedling plums are unavailable this year because they didn't germinate. They'll send us 36 Neighborguard peaches, which Bob and I will try to graft. Those will not be available at the sign exchange. They're just too small. Lovell has not been available for us lately. There'll be 3 kinds of pears, Old Hometown Farmingdale 87, 333, and 97. This year I'm growing, ordered some 97s, but maybe I can cancel that since we've got these really good Calorianas. 97 is a standard rootstock. So anyway. Then for 2024, I ordered Lovell and Nima Red peach and my Roebland plum seed from UC California Foundation Plant Services, as well as some Miro 29C plum and cold cherry cuttings. And Dr. Rachel Spaeth will be rooting the cuttings as well as growing a few of the peach and plum seeds. And Bob McCarville and I will be trying to grow the other seedlings as well. Those seeds are in stratification right now. The plant sales and care, my neighbor again allowed us to grow the apple and pear trees on his property and supplied us water for drip irrigation. So in return for that, I grafted him several apple trees, and the trees grew well with only a few casualties. We fertilized them a couple of times. Denise Willigis grew the plums, pluots, and the lone surviving apricot in Petaluma, and they grew fairly well too. As I say, I don't like to grow prunus out here because of bacterial canker. And Bob McCarville is growing the grafted peaches that we did last year, as well as the peach seedlings, and also some Adara Roebland grafts that we did this past spring. And thanks to all the chapter members who bought trees, we sold 118 trees. I also did some custom grafting for a commercial grower, but he's not picked up the trees or paid for those yet. We have 18 apples, 14 pears, and 1 plum remaining. And we'll get that list out to the group.
Should we?
So in addition to that, I did a grafting demonstration for bark grafting back in March. Back in April it was. And they did pretty well. So that's my report for this year.
Thank you, David. Awesome. That's awesome. That's a lot. All considered, it's a lot of trees sold. Do you guys think that we should bring those? I know they'll be dormant. Do you think we should still bring them to this exchange and try to sell them perhaps? the extra trees. Might be possibly a way to move them. I know that they're dormant. They don't look as enticing, but
Well, that's always a good thing to do. Trying to get back into.
excuse me.
I think the only issue with that is transportation and like hauling them one way and then hauling them back the other way. But other than that, it's a great time of year to plant new trees. So people are kind of in that mindset. And then also they could have the option to like purchase a tree and we graft more cultivars onto it on site instead of them like picking up a bare root at Harmony or something like that. So if we can do it and we can move them there and move them back if we have any leftovers, maybe we want to price them to fly off the shelves because we don't want to water them with the next set again. But I would not be, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's 18 plus 14 plus 1, so is that 33 trees, you know, that's, I mean, even at $25, that's it's almost $1,000 or whatever. So
David, how many trees fit on a truck? Do you know, about 15, 20?
No, we can get a little bit more than that, I think.
Okay, because I can move trees from your place to the
That's
vet.
the only problem. We've got so much to do from the biomanager standpoint for the sound exchange. We got to get the rootstocks there. So Bob McCarville has just been an outstanding person to help us with all that. Getting the rootstocks in containers and getting ready. Alan does such a great job selling the rootstocks along with a couple of other people. And but we got to get everything there. And so if you guys could sell those, that's a fairly nice bundle of things when you put them together. You think there'll be room there to sell the trees?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not a problem. I mean, people come in the door, they're looking at, a bunch of sticks. And then we say, by the way, we have trees ready to go and they're grafted and you can add to them later. I mean, I could sell,
I know
ice to Eskimos if I have to.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, Alan does such a great job. He always says, I needed more trees. I needed more. Yeah.
And maybe we reduce the price a little bit just to get them out so we don't have to haul them back.
No,
maybe
ma'am,
20.
Absolutely not.
No?
These are such good bargains. $25 for a grafted tree.
All right.
Go online and see what you're paying for a tree nowadays.
Yeah. Some of them are.
I'm hoping that there will not be that many trees because I'm gonna put it out to the group. Now, Keith Borglum always put this on Craigslist when we didn't sell any, and he would sell just about everything on Craigslist, but I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to go Craigslist. But I could do a Facebook thing if somebody could do the Facebook part, because it seems like there's a little higher quality folks that do the Facebook part, maybe.
Yeah.
Does anybody know about the selling things on Facebook deals? I'm not a Facebook person. I have an account, but I just never go there.
They have the marketplace now that I sold like a car through there. It went pretty well, actually. Yeah, I think we could do that as needed. We could probably just, I don't know if you want to do that before the exchange or just if we don't sell them all, then try to sell.
I'd like to do it before the exchange so we don't have so many to transport.
Okay.
It would be so much better if we can just get rid of all of them. Last year, I got rid of every one before the winter.
Yeah.
I had a fire sale, and got rid of all of them. And I could do that too. I could reduce the price to the group, but I kind of hate to do that. Everybody's bought their trees at $25, and if I put them down to 20, they say, "Oh, why didn't I wait?"
Yeah, 25 is fair. 25 is fair. I mean, Rain Tree's charging $60 for a tree nowadays, so
absolutely.
It's going
plus shipping.
Right? Plus shipping. Yeah, tax and shipping, or I don't know if taxes involved, but at least shipping is a lot too. Yeah. So these are honestly, these are the best deal you're going to get for an heirloom grafted tree is from us, and in that sense. So.
Yeah, some of the pairs are pretty small, but most of the trees look really good. Yeah.
Awesome. I had ordered a couple grafted trees. I don't normally order grafted trees. I usually do my own, but I had ordered some from Fedco out in Maine last year, and man, they brought me 6-foot tall, 3-year-old, like really nice trees, like for $38-$39. I was very impressed from Fedco trees. Just throw that out there.
That's John Bunker. John
Yeah,
Bunker is
yeah.
just a fantastic guy. I've
Yeah, he's
known
great.
John for 40 years. And,
No way. Wow.
Yeah, we were on the NAFIX board together years and years and years ago. And yeah.
Yeah, he's an Apple legend.
Yeah, he is definitely an Apple legend.
Yeah, I was like a fanboy. I had him sign his book when I met him a couple of years ago. He was pretty surprised. I was like, "Can I get an autograph?"
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. Awesome, you guys. Well, I think we have a good plan for the sign exchange for right now. Let's plan one meeting before then and now, so we can really dial that in, if that sounds agreeable to everybody. Is there anything else about the sign exchange anyone wants to touch on right now? I'm going to move gears in a minute.
Yeah, I've got one. I ended up with a lot of signage in 3 different bags that I have been storing. That was used at the sign exchange. I think it was 3 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know who wants to go through that, or where do I take it, or all the details.
I was wondering where all that went to.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. Hey,
Yeah.
Jim, would you be able to bring it to me at the Burbank Gardens? Because I have totes of stuff that go with that.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Send me an email or something, and
Yeah, we'll set up a time.
okay.
Awesome. Okay. Is there any other comments or concerns on the sign exchange at this point? Anybody?
Ryan, I'm going to put together a flyer based on the flyer that Keith used for that.
Okay.
And I'll update it with notes, and then I'll send it out to the group, and we can just put them in nurseries and, share that information as we get a little bit closer.
Awesome. Yeah, promotion is going to definitely come up.
That's going to make us. Absolutely.
Yeah. I know that the summer tree sale was a little slow for a variety of reasons, but I think this should be a good turnout. As it's always been a good turnout. Everyone I've ever been to with this, with the sign exchange. A lot of people I'm getting emails from random people probably every 2 or 3 days about it lately. So people are asking, we have a sign exchange, when's it going to be, that kind of stuff. So there's definitely some interest out there in the community, some phone calls for some random people too that I've never met that just are interested in it. And some are not members that just want to come again and visit.
Forgive me if Jim's already done this, but is the date for the sign exchange on our website yet? I have not looked, so I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can add that to the front page of our website.
Yeah.
We need to update the website and get the last year's sign exchange information off. I haven't looked at it lately either, but somebody needs to do that.
I'm happy to do that. I think I need Jim's expertise though.
Okay. Yeah, let's definitely do that. That's gonna be the first place people will look, that aren't directly in the club or in the chapter, I should say. Okay, so obviously promotion, start to plan to promote, and let's update the website when we can. Looks like everything else is pretty much coming together. Scions is obviously, and volunteers is kind of the biggest question mark, I suppose, right now, but we'll gather that. I'm confident. I think we'll be able to do good. There are some other chapters that I think are delaying their sign exchange as well. I don't have that right in front of me, but I've seen a lot of the other chapter chairs sending the dates, and that they're more spread out than they've been in the past, from my experience at least. Okay, so let's move forward then. The last main thing to talk about today is chapter leadership for 2023. And I haven't really heard back from anybody on it, but I'm interested, of course, in retaining the people that we can retain for their positions. And if anyone's interested in that same position, we can have a vote or whatever is agreeable to everybody else. So I will, I'm just going to start on my list here. So we have Alan, you still here? Are you willing to do scholarships on 2023, Alan?
Yeah, I can do it. I did it actually with Rachel. We put it on hold. Rachel has more of the contacts of the appropriate people. So she and I kind of redid the application, and we'll send them out again, but I can do it. But it's sort of a shared process. It has become, but yeah, I can do that.
Rachel, are you able to help with that next year, you think?
Yeah, I can help with that.
Okay, cool. I'd like to see a couple go out next year if we could, just in general.
Yeah.
Kind of, we've paused it for a while. It's pretty cool thing we do. Okay, so I'm just trying to write some notes here real quick with that. Let's see here. Let's see. Penny, would you be willing to do the librarian side of things again for 2023? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes. And let me also point out that I now have 4 bins full of past issues of Fruit Gardener magazine. I have got a cumulative index, which I would send out, except I think it's about 80 pages long.
Wow.
And so when I figure out how to get the index out to everybody, if somebody sees something that they would be interested in, all they need to do is email me and I will either copy it or figure out how to scan it and get it to them.
Anyway, we should be able to get that and put it on as one of the files on our website, not on the website, on the chat group, on the groups IO group.
Yeah,
but I don't know enough about it, how to do that either. Rachel, you probably could help us with that.
Yeah, I can help us with getting a PDF form of that together so that people can use it on our website or through the group chat. There's space in the group in the Google group that we could add that.
So
not Google's Groups IO. We don't do Google anymore.
Right. Yes, Groups IO. You're right. Sorry.
So Rachel, should I email you or send you a thumb drive with the index on it so that you could figure out how to turn it into a PDF?
Yeah, we can do that, or I could we could schedule a date. Rachel has a lot more time now that I'm Dr. Rachel and not student Rachel. So,
yeah.
So I could come down if that's
by the way,
easier.
congratulations.
Yeah, I think we all do.
I think.
So we'll sort that out, Penny. We'll make it happen.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Let's see, is Phil still here? Phil, if you can hear us, would you still be willing to handle our chapter equipment rentals, like the cider press and those kind of, the juicer and all those good things?
Absolutely, yes. I've got all that stuff. We have the Champion juicer, and we also have a Nutcracker available.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. I'm going to take the kids to see the Nutcracker next weekend. Play.
All right, I have it. Just email me when you need it, then we can get it to you.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cool. So let's see. If Jim is hearing us here, would you be willing to do Webmaster for next year again? Or in the Zoom kind of side of things, web and Zoom, if you can hear us? Jim, you with us? Okay, we'll circle back to that. John, he's still with us, John? Yep. Treasury, would you willing to do Treasury next year? Or?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Okay. We'll kind of do a vote on this here. I'm just kind of going down the list to see who is still interested in their positions or not. Of course, if anyone's interested in these same positions, we're all, everyone's reasonable to vote here and whatnot to between multiple people is fine, of course. Next on the listserv for our email listserv. And right now it's kind of been Miley, are you kind of jumping in that now more and more on the listserv, or?
Barely. I need to go and spend some time with David and get some hands-on help with that one. So I do want to back David up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want some backup because I check the darn thing. I check my email a couple of times a day to see if anybody is wanting to join or has a question and so forth. But I'm getting older and I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. I need somebody to be able to really take it over in case, something happens to me, or I just decide I don't want to do it anymore.
Fair enough.
And I don't really know a lot about the Groups IO site. I can do some stuff, but if some younger, more computer savvy person or internet savvy person wants to look it over and see, oh boy, we can really do a lot more with this thing, because we can put all sorts of photos and stuff on there. We've got a lot of abilities that we're really not utilizing. It's just kind of like a chat group right now. That's about it, all it is. Anyway, yes, Molly's going to help me.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it'd be interesting to learn more. I don't know so much about the program myself, to be honest with you, besides what we use it for now. It does seem like it has powerful tools. Hey, Jim.
Backtrack. I don't know where you were asking me if I wanted to do Webmaster again.
Yes.
And my network went down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're seeing if you'd be willing to help us again with Webmaster.
I tried to squeak out a yes and everything went dead.
Okay. Thank you. I'll write you down for that. We're still having a little problem with the Zoom passwords, kind of gone weird for us. Somehow I got in today and Jim couldn't get in. So we're between the two of us, we made it work. So that's really cool. So next up here on, if I'm missing a position let me know when I'm done if I missed anything. So we got lister, excuse me. So biomanagers again, biomanagers. David, would you be willing to do some of those?
Yeah, I hear again, that's I can use all the help. Carolyn, Patty and Pat have helped a lot. And of course, Bob McCarville is my right-hand person. But he's so darn busy with his work. And I can't believe that he's able to do as much as he does for us. So anybody who wants to help growing trees, growing seedlings, growing out seedlings, doing anything with this, let me know, because I would love to have a lot more help, because we can do a lot. As you heard from my biomanager report, you got to think 2 or 3 years in advance for rootstocks. And so if we're going to be growing more and more of our rootstocks, we need to do it. We haven't been able to get Louisville peach seedlings for a long time. So we started with we're going to grow our own. And hopefully the seed that we get from the Foundation Plant Services will be good and viable this year. Foundation Plant Services, by the way, is the University of California thing that is responsible for maintaining virus-free clones of many things, particularly prunus. They have a fantastic collection of things, but we get seeds and can get cuttings from that. And Rachel's is going to grow some cuttings, some stuff. So hopefully we'll have, and this will be for 2024, hopefully.
Excellent. Yeah.
I'm a new member, but I would be interested in maybe helping out with that. I'm not even sure what it entails, but if somebody
do you have space for growing things? That's the thing.
Yeah, I do. I have 5 acres.
Grow things out. And take care of them. That's the thing.
Well, yeah. I have 5 acres, so I have plenty of room, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what it entails. I live in the lower, Southwest Santa Rosa, so we're kind of down in the valley part.
Awesome.
I have a greenhouse, but I don't know. You wouldn't need a greenhouse for that, right?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we could talk.
Yeah, let's do. Please get in touch with me and let's talk and decide what we can do together.
Okay.
Yes. Fantastic. Is it
Excellent.
Patty? Yes.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Patty.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Great spot, and some land is very, very helpful to make this happen. Thank you. That's great. So we got should have a lot more help for the biomanagement next year, which sounds really cool. Excuse me. Next up would be secretary for the chapter. Dr. Rachel, you want to do another round, or should we try to look for a volunteer?
We could try to look for a volunteer. I I was termed out last year and we extended my
Oh,
privileges.
That's right.
For this year, which is fine. I don't mind doing it. It's really easy. You guys just have to type notes whenever something happens. And I've got all the templates and things for that. So if somebody would like to step into that role, I'm happy to alleviate.
Oh,
Rachel, I'll step into that role, Rachel, if you step into the Ryan's role.
Oh.
Well, let's see if anybody else wants to be the chair, and if I could be default if nobody else wants that.
Okay, so let's so we could potentially put out, see if there's anyone else that's not here right now, potentially on secretary if needed. There's one. Sorry.
Rebecca mentioned that she's interested in getting involved.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great.
Rebecca, do you like to take notes, Rebecca? She doesn't want treasury or secretary. How about president, Rebecca?
She says she doesn't want to be treasurer or secretary.
I'd probably do anything else, but I don't want to be treasurer or secretary, preferably.
Well, how about chapter chair, Rebecca?
If that's open and no one else wants to do that, I'd happily do it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I nominate Rebecca.
I second that. I second that.
Fantastic. I will help you and mentor you in that role, Rebecca.
Are you sure?
Ryan, you get some.
I'm positive.
Ryan, you get some relief.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have time. So.
Cool. Yeah, and I'm down to share, what I know and do to transition that as well. And in the interim is no problem for me. Awesome. Yeah, I still want to be very involved with the chapter. I have to switch a couple gears with some of the things I'm doing. But yeah, that'd be great. And next year I think is going to be really, things are getting better, right? To do more events and things like that too. So it should be a really fun year next year with getting to see each other more often and whatnot. I'm really excited about that. I love seeing you guys in person and just seeing your faces on Zoom is really nice too. So much as we do alone, in our gardens and our orchards and stuff. So it's nice to be around people. Awesome, you guys. There's one position that when Keith was our publicist, and when Keith passed, I tried to kind of help with that next year. We haven't really technically had a publicist this year that would do that. That's another position that's wide open. I know Will had wrote me an email about interested in potentially helping us too. Will's a newer member here, and so publicist is something that I think that's the definitely, I don't know if it's the last thing, but last on my list of open position right now is that, and we really need someone to push the word out, about our sign exchange and our spring grafting and our summer plant sales and things like that. If no one's willing to do that, that might be something that I could still hold on to. I'm slightly burnt out on the promotion thing because that's what I do for a living is promote bands, and I've been doing that for 25 years, and it's a lot of like convincing people to to like something they don't know about. So for me, it's kind of something I'm sort of getting out of a little bit in that sense. But anyways, I have skills in doing that. So if no one else.
Can you tell me a little more about what's been done in the past with that role?
Yeah, historically, like even Rachel and Keith would go on to like the radio station, sometimes Santa Rosa, which is really cool, spread word, Facebook posts and Craigslist posts, trying to get, really the sky's the limit, but try to basically, in general, educate people about our chapter. I mean, we get more members and any time would be great, right? And for the, for CRFG in general, but basically just need to get someone that's going to really push the word out, try to get the Bohemian to cover our events, try to get the Press Democrat, the local Napa Register, perhaps, the local news publicity, anything we can get to get people to know that we're going to have a sign exchange and those kind of things. And nothing super set in stone. We don't have like a lot of money necessarily. We're not really putting marketed ads out, at least I haven't. We could potentially do something like that, put an ad out. I don't know if we've done that historically, but that might be a good idea. Just the fact that we have some money and maybe that's a good way to get people to go. But just want to spread the word basically. Most people don't know about CRFG in general. I find this everywhere I go. And So, you know, that's something I talk about with the main board too, is just like, we need more awareness of our brand, you know, brand awareness in general. So there's lots of people that are interested in growing fruits and vegetables and, you know, and all the things that we do. And a lot of people don't know we exist. So that's the general thing. It'd be, you know, more awareness of our chapter, coupled with more promotion for our seasonal events.
Along the line, I have really wished I had a card to hand out to people. I'm out talking to people about apples a lot and meet a lot of people, and I'm just telling them, go to this place, you know, join that way. Is there any way we can get something like that?
Like
we used to have that, Carol.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. When, well, in the past, someone had made those available for us. So we should be able to get those. They're cheap.
I think I have a file for that from Keith because I have all of Keith's stuff.
Yeah.
So Will, some of this stuff is just very much kind of copy and paste from existing things that we had before.
Okay.
And we do have established rapport with the people on the radio. So I just send Steve Gardner an email and he's like, yeah, sure, come on this day. And so it's pretty straightforward and easy if you're interested.
Oh, good. Well, let's do it quickly because it's opportunities every day to get more members.
Yeah.
So here's a sample of a card that they printed out a long time ago. I don't know if you guys can see it. It doesn't have any name. It doesn't have any names on it. It just has our website and a link and the Redwood Rare Fruit Growers chapter and some pictures of fruit. It's very basic. You can write your name on it in the middle if you want or whatnot, but we do have those. Had them.
Yeah, I'd be happy to get involved with that as long as Ryan and Rachel, you know, can kind of get me started on some of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, let's plan that. Me and you will kind of start that and go from there with the publicist side of things, and Rachel can help where she can help too. The more the merrier, you know, with this stuff. I mean, we're spreading the word, so it's all good.
Is there anywhere where there's like documents of each position on the board and kind of like the resources that each of them could be using or have or roles?
I think I'm the keeper of that information. I will look for you.
Cool.
I think I have job descriptions that were written up. Keith was really adamant about making sure that we had all that. So I think I have all of those and I'll send you over some.
That'd be great.
Rachel, let me know if you need some of those. I still have some of Keith's old documents as well.
Oh, okay. I might, Miley. I might. Thank you.
Okay.
Excellent. Is there any other positions that I might have missed in this? I feel like I've got it all from what we've been doing, but just to throw it out there in case I missed anything.
Yeah.
Seems like it's good. And we can go over anything else we need to go over at our next meeting, of course. Sometime, I guess, in January, probably be the plan to get ready for the sign exchange. I'm sorry, Sharon.
Yeah, this is not about a position, but just a comment about publicity. So Monterey Bay chapter in the last few years has been able to attract a lot of much younger members, like 20s, 30s, and 40s, by having a really big social media presence. So their Facebook group is potentially even more active than the listserv. And I'm not volunteering to do any of these because I don't have the skills. So I think attracting somebody who just really loves doing social media and then having a board member who is on Facebook answering questions and participating in discussions like that has really helped to bringing younger members to the membership. I think I'm not responsible for any of those.
Yeah,
there's someone who posts on there every week. I feel like that would be a really awesome thing for the publicist role to have, because it just gets conversation going because people just see stuff happening.
Right.
We actually have a Facebook group for our chapter, but it has never taken off. Okay, but Kristen Sanchez started this a year or two ago. So we have it, but it has not taken off. I don't do Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I think it's evil, but that's beside the point.
I am in that camp too.
Yeah, but we do have one, and if you want to try to get it going, the Sacramento chapter has one, and they don't have anything going on in their chapter now. It's all on Facebook. It just took over everything, so they don't have anything else that's happening. Okay, so this is one of the dangers of going social media. But for us old timers that don't do social media, we kind of look at that and say, hey, is it really worth going that route? But I agree, it does attract the younger group, but it leaves out the older group, more experienced group sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, what if we kind of merge that a little bit with what Penny does? Because Penny has this excellent resource of the searchable cumulative index. If we have somebody that just even like once every 2 weeks or once a month digs into the archives of what Penny's established and just rebrand that for social media so that we have a stronger presence that's just about fruit. It's an easy way to have some content that's already been generated, that's already part of CRFG. You don't have to necessarily create your own unique stuff then. It's just utilizing the resources that we already have and making them more available to the younger audience.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah.
And another thing is Monterey Bay chapter is in the process of developing a new brochure that could be handed out. And we decided a really important part of the brochure or a card or whatever is to have a QR code so people could just scan to, because we lose cards and brochures all the time. So this is just another thought.
Great idea. I like that idea a lot. I think we should almost have a social media manager position in this chapter to couple along with to work in hand, so to speak, with the publicists and with Penny. Does that seem like reasonable to add a position that handles that? I don't want anyone to be excluded for it being one platform or another. I think we should, regardless of, if we're going to use Facebook, let's use Facebook and the listserv. Like, let's always post at all of our various platforms or whatever, if you will. I think if we post to everything, I'm on the meeting link. Sorry, my son's walking in. 4-year-old, he doesn't want to listen to this stuff.
No, he just came for the pawpaws. He just wants to eat the pawpaws.
Pawpaw king, that kid. Okay, buddy. Oh, he heard you. He's all, where's the pawpaws? My kid can eat more
another
pawpaws.
comment. I think it would be good for the social media manager to actually direct the attention back to the listserv and the events and all of that, rather than just running a separate thing.
I think it should be all the same kind of posts, we post, we're going to do one, post the brochure, we're going to post the event. I want it to be posted to all our different things, whatever it is, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, what we're doing. So that, because as we know, some people only use one platform, some people only use another, some don't use any, but only email, things like that. So, and I really think that's important to just, if we do it more broadly and post to all of our things, we won't miss anyone that way. And I don't want anyone to get left out because they don't use Facebook, for example.
Right.
So that'd be cool. I think we might, I don't know if there's anyone here that wants to take on that role, or should we look into volunteers from our listserv of chapter members?
Maybe let's reach out to people. And then also Kristen was pretty jazzed about setting that up and doing it a little bit. And I don't think she's in attendance today. So maybe we just want to let her know that we have this idea of utilizing kind of recycling content and some things like that, just to make their job a little bit easier. But then maybe we can also reach out and have somebody co-chair it with her. The one thing that I would say that's easier with the listserv than with social media is that you have less moderation issues when you have group members who are already signed up and attached to a particular thing. The Facebook ends up being very public. And so there, and people on those platforms, I mean, they have a tendency to feel the anonymity a little bit more. And so they can be a little, it becomes a lot more to moderate. And I mean, we've had minor moderation issues with our listserv. It can be a major issue with social media. So that's just a thing to be aware of. That's one reason why we wouldn't necessarily want to circle back everything from social media to the listserv, but maybe sending it to our website or with a QR code is a good idea. And I like the idea of even just having a QR code on those flyers like that Miley would take out, because maybe somebody doesn't want to put that in their pocket, but maybe they would scan the QR code and then they have a virtual copy.
Sandy, you still online? Sandy's been chair at Sacramento. Are you still there, Sandy? Maybe not. Okay. Yes, there's.
Hello, I was trying to unmute.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would address this social media issue with the Sacramento chapter.
I will say that the Facebook page has over 1,000 people, but it's not being used maybe as much amongst the, basic few dozen of members. So it is a very public area where people post questions and other things, and it's got its purpose, but I just started a Groups IO account, and it is much more focused. Like you said, that I like that there doesn't really have to be moderated, and you can post information like the minutes of the last meeting and things like that, knowing that it is members of CRFG and more focused. So I'm not a Facebook person really anymore. I did a lot of posting and unfortunately got a lot of private messages asking me for free trees and free equipment and free, it was extremely overwhelming how much work and involvement had to, and so I had to step back from that. So, Facebook is not my first choice. I would like to give it a little bit more moderation, but right now that's what has been decided, is that it's going to remain open to the public. But, having 1,000 people, we don't want to do that on our Zoom meeting. So I agree that the moderation level has to be looked at.
Yeah, I've noticed, I've noticed like with the NAFEX, they have like 6,000 members in their sign exchange, but all the NAFEX members is like under 1,000 or something. So a lot of people aren't actually joining the club and they're using it just for whatever they want to use it for. Now that's probably okay in part, but it would be nice to gain more members from those people, however that needs to be done.
Has any thought been given to an Instagram account?
I think the main CRFG has one, and probably some chapters do. I'm all for it. We just need someone to help do it, but it would be really cool if we could send pictures of our gardens to the social media manager for, a weekly or daily picture of, check out Will's new, peach that he just grew or something, some people really prefer one platform or another, like I was saying. And if the more we spread out, I think it's only going to help give more awareness of our chapter,
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that if people were to send, help send content and stuff. It's not a platform where you're expected to respond to a lot of requests for free trees and stuff, but it could be used to promote events and to direct people to the website and try to recruit new members just by spreading the word.
Totally, I'm all for it. I think.
No, I'm not being heard again. Oh, hi. So Instagram can populate to Facebook as well. It's just one posting.
Yeah. Some tie together well, some might be better for one or the other too, but yeah, I think that'd be great. Sorry. Yeah, that would be really nice if we could just kind of build that up more and get more people. That'll probably help get more younger people into the chapter as well, doing some of those platforms that they use more than others. Excellent. At this point, I think we've gone through basically everything we're going to get through as far as what I had, at least I had on the agenda. We'll need to reach out about seeing possible social media manager. My question now is, should we vote on the positions that we've went through, or should we try to wait till next month and do that a little bit more formally? Would be my last kind of question mark here for today. Do you guys want to try to seal the positions that we've spoken about now? Might as well, right?
This is the annual meeting. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Just I thought so. So I'm going to run down the list, and everyone please say aye. And then if anyone abstains, we'll abstain after that. And we're going to go one by one. So I'm going to start with Penny. Is everyone okay with Penny being the librarian for 2023? Hands up, please.
Aye.
Give a thumbs up on your.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Reactions thing on the bottom.
Right.
Thumbs up.
Okay, I see it. Okay, perfect. Okay, thumbs up. There we go. Cool. Okay, that's official. Scholarships. Alan will be the lead with Rachel helping back up. Is that everyone good with that again? Thumbs ups. Anyone abstain? Looks like we got a majority there. Okay, that's
You're not abstaining.
Okay. Chapter equipment rentals. Phil is going to handle our cider press, our nutcracker, our juicer, things like that. Is that okay with everybody? Anybody? Everyone? Looks like we got a majority there. Thank you. That's official. Webmaster and the Zoom for 2023. Jim. We got Jim Crawford. Looks like we got a majority there. Thank you. That's official. And listserv is going to be David, and Miley's going to add in and start getting more involved with the listserv for 2023. Everyone good with that suggestion? Thank you so much. Perfect. And then bio managers, David's going to be our lead, but we're going to have Pat and Carol help us. Patty Dawson's going to jump in the mix too, and Bob will do what he can for us as he always does. Everyone okay with that setup for 2023? A little more help for David on the bio manager side of things. Everyone's good. Okay, looks okay. I think I got a. Okay, we're official. Thank you. And secretary, we're either going to have to find a new volunteer or extend our bylaws for Rachel to continue. So should we start, Rachel, have you for now and then maybe reach out, as we are going to reach out for like social media manager and see if anyone wants to take over secretary role, or would you like to just take it?
I'm okay with either. It's fine with me. I don't mind doing it. It's not a big job.
It's not so time consuming. Okay. So we're going to keep Rachel for now. I'll potentially say that, someone could get in the mix of that too. Everyone okay with Rachel starting 2023 at the minimum, maybe running through it? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so for publicist, we're looking at having Will, and I'll help Will as well for 2023, if that's okay. Backup Will be the new publicist for our Redwood Empire chapter. Everyone good with that? Looks like we're good. Okay. So that.
I'm also happy to, kind of put some effort into the media.
Sorry, my kids took over my office.
I don't know if I want the title of social media manager, but I'm happy to, try to get the Facebook or Instagram thing a little bit more active.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. Yeah, at least in the interim while we look for someone. Everything helps. So that's appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so let's everyone good on that. I'm sorry, did I see everyone's fit thumbs? Got distracted there for a second. I apologize. Okay, looks like I got enough here. I need one more. Okay, we're good. Okay, that's official. All right, and our new chair is Rebecca. Is everybody good with Rebecca being our new chair? All right, you're it. Thank you, Rebecca. That's awesome. I was going to nominate you, so I'm glad that happened. Business cards. Okay, so that's just something we got. Sorry, I crossed my note there. So last will be the social media manager. So we don't have that quite yet. Okay, so that'll be something that we're going to look into voting on our next meeting, everybody. So that's the plan. Is there anything else anyone wants to add in this time? I am done with my agenda for the meeting.
I could also volunteer to help out with the bio manager.
Excellent. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah.
Thank you. Is that Will?
I think that was Jim Crawford.
Jim?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jim.
Jim, okay.
Okay.
Great, Jim.
And I can volunteer to help with Lavelle peaches. I've done a little bit of that in the past. I don't have a great record of peaches here in this new property.
Excellent.
Anybody that can help is great. Just please email me personally, and we'll set up a time to start talking about things. I've got the seed stratifying right now. Rachel actually took some of them the other day, and we've got plenty to spread around to try. Cause I ordered 100 and they sent me 36 extra for some reason. So anyway, we've got a nice group of seed to try.
Awesome. I have a pack of probably about 200 standard apple Antonakova seeds that if anyone wants to try to grow out, I don't really have the ability to grow it out here in Napa, but I do have a nice pack of, we don't do a lot of standards as much in this chapter, I think, but if anyone wants to grow out some standards apple seedlings, I can supply the seeds for that. Just throwing it out there. Cool. All right, you guys. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. I really appreciate everyone being here and being a part of this. And let's.
One more item, please.
Yes, please.
I have a cold room built into a trailer that I could get going. It's computer controlled. I would need the temperature and how long we're going to use it, but it would be available at that time of year.
Yeah, that would be great, because I'm not sure if Ted's cold room is going to be free of apples and pears. And we don't want to store signs along with ethylene producing fruit. So let's talk about that too.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Sure.
Excellent. Well, this has been very productive today, guys. I'm very pleased. Excellent. Well, I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to let everyone go and have a wonderful Sunday. I really appreciate everyone's time, and it's really nice to see you all. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Let's go ahead and plan to talk about those needed positions and finding a date that works for a meeting somewhere in between now and the sign exchange, so we can make that a great event. Awesome. With that, I'm going to stop the chat. And this is recording, so I will plan on trying to get this up to YouTube for other members that want to watch it later, like we did last year, and that should not be a problem. If there's not anything else, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Will, please. Or
What about making the next meeting a in-person meeting?
It's a possibility. I don't know if it's necessarily needed just to run through things for the sign exchange, but if that's what everyone wants to do, we can. It's probably a little easier to do this just for these kind of planning purposes, but I'm open to whatever. Some of us live farther away than others too. For me, it's usually an hour and a half each way to go see you guys. But other than that, nope, not a problem. I'm open to whatever. Zoom's become pretty easy to use for collecting people. I definitely want to do in person for our grafting and our sales and sign exchange and all that. Definitely, the meeting's not for me is not as important. We get together in person, but I'm not opposed. So I'll throw it out there. You guys can decide on that if we want to decide that anymore.
I guess that'll all be up to Rebecca now. Whatever Rebecca wants to do, we'll do.
That's it, right? That's it. Yeah, whatever's clever, guys.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah. And there might even be a way to somehow do both, even too. But yeah, cool. All right. Well, let's leave it at food for thought for now. For that, I'm not opposed. Awesome. Well, again, thank you all so much. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing everyone sooner than later. So have a happy holidays for everyone. If we don't see each other before that too, right? And happy New Year. All right, guys, take care. Thanks again.